Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Just before I start, obviously I want to apologise for not releasing a video for over a week now, almost 2 weeks. I had tooth surgery a couple of Fridays ago, and I spent last week kind of recovering from it. I had all of my wisdom teeth taken out, so couldn't really speak much. Not since the last few days, so I haven't been able to do a video until now, but I hope you guys appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for watching and staying around and waiting for a new video, because obviously I do appreciate it. I like making these videos. I like talking about football, and despite whatever life goes, whatever life throws at you, it's nice to have that kind of distraction. And yeah, so anyway, let's just get into the video. Obviously, lots of things have happened over the last week. Obviously, I had surgery, and I'm like, you know what, Chivas going to do a whole bunch of stuff now, and I won't be able to do a video on it because I won't be able to talk, and that's what happened. But we got the job done. The first, obviously, I want to talk to you about is the Campillo and El Cotorro have signed for Chivas official now. They both signed. Gonzalez first, obviously, which is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Did really well in the Club World Cup, reinforced why he was going to be coming in to replace Mateo Chavez. I think it's an upgrade. The size of the room as well, he looks powerful as well. So it's going to be super exciting to see him play for Chivas. It's going to be brilliant. And then Campillo as well, bringing him back. We shouldn't really have let him go in the first place. And it was kind of complicated. Other moves were happening at the same time. Mayorga, it got confusing. Mayorga was supposed to go somewhere and he couldn't go until he left and whatever. But that's all done now. It's signed and sealed. Both of those players are in. Our defence have got a massive upgrade now. Up until now, we've been doing the whole preseason with a quite makeshift back line. And goalkeeper as well. I think Wally's going to be the backup goalkeeper in the next tournament, purely because of the fact he's played pretty much all of the preseason games. And I feel like Milito has taken a real liking to him. Having said that, there are rumours that he can leave. So it's kind of up in the air at the moment with the goalkeeping position. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, these two players definitely upgrade our defence, and it's going to be really good to see them both playing for Chivas. Obviously, add that to the attacking and midfield. Reinforcements we've already got in Alvarez and Ledesma as well. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant pre-season so far. Off-season, unexpectedly, I tweeted it out. This is unexpected. Mateo Chavez was a real loss, and I was really worried how are we going to replace him. Are we even going to sign anyone? Is it going to be someone from the Tapatio team? And we've gone out and arguably got as a player that's as good as Chavez. He's still got to prove it, obviously, but all signs are there that Brian Gonzalez is going to be a top player for Chivas. And same for Campillo. He did really well for Juarez, and I think he's going to do really well for us as well. So, absolutely buzzing for those two players joining. Congratulations, welcome to the club. Another preseason tournament. Copa Mineros, how you pronounce it. And we won that as well, which is great. 2 preseason cups now, which is awesome. Obviously, technically doesn't mean anything, but it's nice. It's a confidence builder, and I think this team and these players needed a confidence boost. And I think, especially with Milito kind of needed to prove himself. Obviously, Oscar Garcia really rocked everyone's confidence that the club has the ability to pick out a top or a good coach anymore. Espinosa as well didn't help, and he's done everything brilliantly so far. Touch wood. Brilliant, and he's had a long preseason. He's had the entire preseason as well, which is great. Many games now that he's watched pretty much every single player play, so he's got a lot more of an idea of what he's going to do now than he did like a month ago. So brilliant for that as well. But beyond that, it looks like Pulido's going to be starting the striker position. Seems like he offers a little bit more than Teo Wilker does. Wilker's reminds me of Chicharito. He's a finisher. That's pretty much it, which is brilliant, and I think he's going to still developing his game. He's so young that he's still developing his game, but that's the kind of mould that he's in at the moment. Whereas Milito, I think, prefers Pulido because Pulido does a lot more off the ball, does a lot more to bring the wingers in. So that's something that Teo Wilker needs to probably work on. I think it's going to be Pulido, the main striker, with Teo Wilker backing him up, and Cheech popping in and now and then whenever he's fit, whatever. So he's going to start the line. I think Taliban House obviously going to come back in and be the established number one because he is, obviously. Um, the thing that's really impressed me with the preseason games so far is just how well our midfield has done. Our midfield, I think, was our weakest link last tournament. Nene had a bad tournament. Romo had a bad tournament. Guti was our only competent midfielder, in my opinion. And they're all coming up with goals now. They're doing really well. They're setting up goals. They're playing really well. Guti, Romo have all scored, which is brilliant. I've got Ledesma in there now as well, which is an upgrade on Nene, in my humble opinion. So our midfield looks really solid now. Hopefully Romo and Guti in particular can take this preseason form and take it into the next season. We need them to play at their best, and hopefully they're going to start doing that. So at the moment, I think it's all pretty good for Chivas right now. I think we're set up pretty well to go into the next season and have a real go at La Liga and have a real go at winning the league as well. I don't think anything less than that is what should be considered. I think we should be thinking about winning the league with this team. This team's good. It's a good team. I would say arguably a better team than we had last season. And we've got a coach that seems to be better than the last two coaches we've had. So adding all that up, you have to be a little bit quietly cautious, but quietly optimistic as well. You never know what's going to happen in the first game of the season, but at the moment, so far so good. There's not been any negatives involved with Chivas in this whole preseason, other than maybe Hugo Camberos. There's rumours coming out now that obviously Chivas have rejected an offer, I think, from Club Bruges in Belgium for Camberos. They rejected it. Everyone's kicking off because they do, because everyone loves to bash Chivas around the head when they reject. Anyone else in the league can reject offers for these young players, but when Chivas do it, it's an absolute crime, apparently. It's clear what's happening. Chivas want to tie Camberos down to a better contract, obviously with a release clause, obviously with probably a European clause in there as well, because they want to get more money. They want to get the most for their investment, just like they did with Chavez. Obviously, Chavez, I think, pushed hard for the move, which I think got the move over the line. I think Camberos is capable of doing that. But having said that, Camberos is superbly young. Still 18 years old. And 18 years old shouldn't be dictating anything to a club like Chivas. Chivas obviously want to get him turned to a better contract so that if he does leave in the summer, which is an extremely real possibility, he could still leave in the summer, that they want to get the best deal for him. I would imagine, there's no details about this move other than Chivas rejected it, which is quite infuriating. I would imagine that they lowballed the club. I think Bruges probably came in with maybe a 1 million offer or something stupid like that. And Chivas were like, well, no, we're on the cusp of agreeing with a new contract with Hugo. Once that happens, we're going to guarantee get a lot more money for him and a lot more incentives for us to let him go. So we're just going to wait a couple of weeks, a month or whatever, until that happens, and then you can come back in. Bruges, obviously, I feel like Bruges were a little cheeky. I could be wrong. It could have been a 6 million, 10 million offer. No one knows because no one's got any details. I've got a sneaky suspicion that because they're in contract negotiations and because he hasn't signed a new contract yet, that Bruges probably tried to lowball Chivas with a stupid offer, and Chivas were like, nah, we're going to be better off in a few weeks to let him go then. So if Bruges really want him, they can come back in for him once he's signed a new contract. It's perfectly reasonable for the club to do that. He's 18 years old. He's not 23, 24. He still has one-ish decent season. He was one of our best players last season, you have to say that, but still, 18 years old, you still got a lot to prove. You're in no position to dictate to Chivas anything, to be honest with you. If he wants to go to Europe, I think the easiest way for him to do that is to sign this new contract and then wait for a European club to come in for him. Obviously, with his Toulon tournament performance in the last couple of weeks, I think a lot more European clubs are going to be in for him than just Bruges. And we'll have to wait and see, but condemning Chivas for rejecting an offer is just ridiculous to me. It's so stupid. Chivas have every right to get as much as they need. They need to. Chivas are charged over the odds for Mexican players. It's about time Chivas started selling their best players for over the charge as well. Camberos obviously is good enough to be in any I would say any under 23 team in the top 5 European league doesn't mean that he can demand to go. He can't demand to go. He has to obey his contract, sign a new contract, then we can let him go. We have to wait and see on that. But that's the only negative at the moment. Unnecessary negative as well. People love to just bash Chivas. And because we're signing all these really good players and we've got a really good coach apparently right now, because there's so much feel good atmosphere going on in the club at the moment, rivals have to rival fans and journalists have to kind of stir up this negativity for some reason. Um, the summer isn't gone yet. There's plenty left of the summer. There's plenty of opportunities for more teams to come in for Hugo this summer. So we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully he signs a new contract. You got player. I think you got young player of the tournament as well. That was announced a few hours ago, which is great. Like I said, I don't expect Hugo to be at the club when the season starts. I think he will leave to Europe. I don't think he's going to go to any Liga Omega's club. I think we learned that from Chiquete. I think Chiquete's learned that from Chiquete. I think you have to say that Chiquete is regressed a little bit. He's not the player he was when he left Chivas, that's for sure. I think Cruz has sort of done something to him badly, and he's going to be looking at that. Hugo's going to be looking at that going, I don't want to go to another Liga Makers team. I want to go to Europe. So we just got to make sure that we cover our bases. We get the massive amount that we need for him. And we go from there. I just don't think he's going to be at the club for much longer. His opportunity is going to be limited. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the preseason cups that we played, the new signings. Just buzzing in every single position. We've upgraded, and we've got good players in. So I'm really happy. Let me know about that. Let me know what you think's gonna happen next. I don't think we're gonna get Orbelin. I think he's gonna stay in Europe. I think that's it. I think we're pretty much done with transfers, to be honest with you, which is all right. The players that we've got is going to be with the team for the rest of the preseason, which is brilliant. And yeah, get them bedded in, and then attack the next season. We've got to really start doing well again, and get to Liga as a minimum, and trying to go far, and trying to win the league. These players and this club and these fans deserve a league title. And it's about time we started really making moves to do that. And at the moment, you have to say Maori and the club have done all they can. They've done all the right things. They've bought at least four players now that are top players. One's from Europe, and Alvarez has got back potential. Same with Gonzalez and Campillo. So the club's done all they can. It's now up to Milito as well. Obviously bringing him in as well, which is a good move. It's up to him now to bring the best out of these players. But anyway, let me know what you think we could do next season. Do you think we can realistically win the league? We'll talk about it in the comments. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys very soon. If there's anything new to talk about, if there's a new signing or new players that we let go, we'll talk about that in the comments as well. And we'll talk about that in the next video. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.